Oh hello, this is Tak Chong. Welcome to another Walk with Tak cooking video. The goal of my YouTube channel is to make home cooking practical, efficient, creative, and fun using my fast cooking system so you can make home cooking as part of your daily routine so that you can eliminate the consumption of fast and ultra-processed food. One of my friends once told me that he does not like steaming because he says steaming is too healthy for the food to taste good. Well, that actually is not truly the case. In fact, steaming can create some really wonderful food. However, in order to steam correctly, you need to have the right equipment. Now, the wok is perfect to use for steaming. And there's two different ways to steam in a wok. The most conventional way is that to use a bamboo steamer. In fact, a bamboo steamer is designed to sit in a wok with some water at the bottom of the wok. You can steam almost anything that you would like. Now, bamboo steamer is perfect for steaming for the reason is that bamboo is an excellent absorption for moisture. So the steam that are given off will be trapped in the bamboo. And this is the case that when you have a bamboo steamer, you don't need to have a cover to prevent the steam from escaping because it will be all trapped in the wok. Now, bamboo steamer, however, has one disadvantage. Is that you cannot put a plate or kind of plate that you would like, or there are very limited type of plate that you can put in a bamboo steamer because there's not a whole lot of space. And that, in many ways, limit the flexibility of a bamboo steamer. Now, there's another way that you can steam in a wok. And that's to steam directly in a wok by putting a steamer stand. And for quite some time, I do not steam often directly in the wok because I do not have the right stand. But now, once I find the proper stand, I find that it is much easier and more convenient to steam in the wok directly because it can accommodate all different sizes of plate. And that's a tremendous advantage because now you can steam almost anything that you would like. And all you have to do is to find a plate that is the appropriate size. And the nice thing about using different kind of plates is that because you can steam different type of ingredients, you can construct the entire dish using a particular type of plate that will fit to accommodate all the ingredients that you want. And recently, I find it particularly interesting to me is that I have a 12-inch plate that can sit directly in the wok. And this is perfect for me to create a dish that contains many different ingredients. Yesterday, when my wife told me that she would like to have some steamed fish, and the idea came to me, I'm going to steam an entire meal in this large plate that will contain different kinds of seafood as well as vegetables as well. So the seafood that I'm going to add to the fish is a lobster tail. I love lobster tail, and this is a frozen lobster tail that I purchased a while ago. And it's a really great quality. Even if it's frozen, the flavor of the lobster is exceptional. Now, I once worked in a restaurant that they serve a lot of fresh lobster tail. And I know what lobster tastes like because working there and also doing some of cooking. When I compare the lobster tail that I ate at that restaurant, which are all fresh and live, compared to this lobster tail, I really do not see that much difference. So the first thing for this dish to work is to cut the lobster up into small pieces. This will, number one, will allow it to cook faster. And secondly, it is easier to incorporate into the dish. Now, to set up this dish, I'm going to use all different kinds of vegetables that are available in my advanced prepping. And that's the advantage of advanced prepping because all I have to do is pick and choose what I want. And I find some broccoli, although this broccoli is a little bit at the tail end of its usability. But for this dish, it's going to work out. So I'm going to use approximately about 1 cup of broccoli. And then I find some king oyster mushroom. I love king oyster mushroom. Again, I have this in my advanced prepping because I purchased some king oyster mushroom about a week ago. And I cut them up. I use about most of them, just a little bit left, which I'm going to use it up in this dish. The next one I find is some portobello mushroom. Now, both my wife and I are lovers of portobello mushroom and really enjoy them very much. So, again, because I have it right there, why not add it to the dish as well? So next is the fish. The reason I put the vegetable at the bottom is because then the sauce that comes from the fish will also infiltrate into the vegetable and give the vegetable better flavor. This fish is known as swai. It is a catfish-like fish that comes from Vietnam. It's an excellent flavor and texture and is perfect for steaming. In fact, I have yet to find another fish that steams better than the swai. Okay, now the next, I'm going to put the lobster. I'm going to put it on the side of this plate. As you can tell, this plate is truly gigantic in size. And this is what is wonderful, because now I can create an entire meal with all the different ingredients. In fact, I still have a lot of room if I want to add more, but this worked out to be really well. The next item I'm going to put in is some shiitake mushroom. Again, the reason I put the shiitake mushroom on the top, because shiitake mushroom has great umami flavor, and by putting on the top again, the sauce or the juice that are released by the shiitake mushroom during the steaming process will permeate it to the ingredients below it and will give the ingredients a better flavor. I also find some carrot. The reason I put carrot in is because, well, my wife loves carrot. And carrot has a sweetness. I think it will add to the flavor of this dish. Again, as you can see, there are no rules or restrictions or guidelines what ingredients that you want to use. It's very much based on your intuition. And that's the wonderful thing about home cooking, that if you make it spontaneous and intuitive, you will enjoy the process. Last but not the least is some ginger that I've cut into strips. Ginger has become my wife's favorite aromatics. And in fact, I cannot cook a dish without ginger in some capacity. I used to not like ginger, but because of her and because my understanding of ginger, I cook it better, I start to enjoy ginger as well. So as you can see, I put quite a bit of ginger in this dish. And last but not the least, it's always good to have is scallions. These are scallions that are cut into strips, and I'm going to lay it right on top. Again, all of those ingredients that have flavor that will permeate it below, I put them on top. And this is my reason. And the last thing I put on is my wok with tart basic seasoning mix. This is perfect for this dish because the wok with tart basic seasoning mix has a mild flavor and it adds savoriness to the dish, and that's what I really want. I already have the water boiling. As you can see, I don't need to have a lot of water, and I put the plate fit perfectly in the wok. And at this time, once I get it going, I will turn the heat actually down to medium-low because you don't need to have the water at a rolling boil. Last but not the least, I'm going to put a little bit of soy sauce to give the dish a little bit saltiness. Okay, now I've finished assembling the dish, and the total time is less than about 6 or 7 minutes because I have all the ingredients on hand. The only thing I actually need to prep is the lobster. 15 minutes later, I open the cover. It looks great. As you can see, the lobster has changed color into pink as what the most shellfish will do. And now the dish is ready. I'm going to add some scallion. These are raw scallions, and this will give the dish a freshness in flavor. The next thing I'm going to add is that I'm going to add some additional soy sauce because I did a quick taste test. I like it to be a little bit saltier. And then I'm going to add some Shaoxing cooking wine. Now, I have to admit, this part I messed up because I supposedly add the Shaoxing cooking wine actually before the steaming process, but I forgot. And but I thought it doesn't hurt if I add some right now. So next, I heat up some hot oil. I pour the hot oil over the scallions. This actually kind of cook the scallion would take away that raw taste from the scallion. The dish is done. The total cook time is about 20 to 30 minutes from the time to set it up. As you can see, it is a big plate. There's a lot of food in that plate and with different kinds of seafood and vegetables. But obviously we enjoyed it because we finished everything in that plate. Unfortunately, nothing left for me to have lunch the next day, but that's okay. So steaming could be a wonderful way of how to create diversity and variations in your menu. And using this approach by steaming in one single dish, it will really help you not only make it faster, more efficient, but also allow you to create many different types of variations. So keep on cooking. I will see you tomorrow.